Alright lads, hope you all had a good weekend. Well, what were you doing on your weekend, Shemuzo? I hear you ask. Thanks for asking. I was at the Stockton Weekender where I saw Happy Mondays and Public fucking Enemy, which were epic gigs, especially Public Enemy. That was amazing. Yeah, tell me what you was up to last weekend. Got a couple of pickups in this video. Got a new system which is a somewhat controversial addition to the household. It's not a system that I would have personally picked up. It's something that Mrs. Shemuzo has bought, but we'll have a look at that and talk about it in a bit. I've also got a package from Spritesnbytes, so we'll get on to those in a little while. First of all, pickups from the cattle market in Nottingham. They have a cool little market there on a Saturday morning. It's near the county ground. If you're in the area, I'm sure you already know about it. But I got Canis Canim Edit, box complete, good condition. So Canis Canim Edit, and Devil May Cry 3. Again, complete and good condition. They were both a little bit water damaged when I first picked them up, but took the sleeves out, put them in the sun for a bit, dried them up, looked brilliant, fine. 50p each for these, so quite happy because I don't really get out to car boot sales very often to find genuine deals. So happy to get those 50p each. Well, I know PS2 games cheap as chips most places, but anyway, that's what I got. There's some more pickups to come in an upcoming video as well. I'm going to save those because those will be the fruits of a gaming trip that I went on with Adam Koralik. He recently had a bit of a European voyage and stopped off in the Midlands, and we had a day and a half together, did some game hunting, so hopefully you'll see some videos on that pretty soon and some more pickups, but that's coming soon. So really nice to see Adam Koralik, you know, cool guy, really cool. I'm sure you all know who he is. If you don't, by some strange circumstance, link to his channel will be in the low bar, but really cool dude, so nice to meet him. With no further ado, this is the new system that we have added to this household, and it is the PlayStation Vita. Now, Mrs. Shemuzo bought this for herself for her birthday. She told me that she had held off on buying it because she thought that there's a possibility that I might have bought it for her birthday. I told her no, that would not have happened because I cannot get with the Vita. It's just not something that I would have endorsed or spent money on, and I'll tell you why. Obviously great piece of kit, great technology, but I just can't get with it because it is largely a digital platform. Yes, there are some physical releases for it, and I'm certainly going to be trying to find good bargains on some of those. There are some really good games out there on physical format, but it is a system that is quite heavily, you know, slanted towards the digital side. And we've even had comments recently from high up, you know, Sony executives saying that they could be moving towards a digital only future on the Vita. I'll link to a quote by PlayStation UK Managing Director Fergal Gara, what a cool name, Fergal Gara, admitting that Sony might be operating in a better climate now, and digital only future of the PlayStation Vita is a possibility. It could go that way basically, and I don't like digital gaming on the whole, because you know they can control the prices entirely. There's no second-hand market. It wipes out the possibility of looking for deals and that kind of thing, and you don't really feel like you own the games. If you can't sell them on afterwards, in my opinion, you don't own them. It's potential that you could obviously also have to rely on servers being maintained and that kind of thing, so there's possibly issues there in the future. Yes, there are physical games available for the Vita, but it's looking like it might go towards digital only, and there's certainly a lot of it digital content, you know, focus on there. Now, you know, but let me know, guys. Let me know what you found with the Vita. Cool stuff you can do with it. Cool, you know, if there's any free stuff, any cheap games that are really cool worth getting, let me know about those. And one exception that I do have to my kind of opposition to digital gaming is indie gaming, because of course smaller developers don't always get the chance to get games out if it has to be a physical release. So for example, on Xbox Live I do have quite a lot of cool indie games that are digital only, and it's nice to be able to support smaller studios, see some innovative fun games and that kind of thing. So if there's cool stuff on Vita to get for cheap, let me know. One thing I'd always also like to do with it is to hack it, but I don't think it seems like it's possible, or if it is, it's difficult to do and quite limited in what it can do. So you can't really hack a Vita, you know, in a way that I'd like to do it. I'd love to try and play like I'd love to play emulators on it. I'd love to play the PSP catalog on it, but from what I've heard, It's not easy to hack, and the hack is limited when you do it. But it is a great system. Obviously the screen is awesome. That is Little Big Planet playing on there, that Mrs. Shemuzo has been enjoying. It looks like a really cool game. So yeah, I'm going to try and I'm sure I'll have fun with it. It's just not something I would have ever picked up myself. But now that it's in the house, I'm going to try and have some fun with it. But you know, I'm just... Mrs. Shemuzo got that because she did have a PSP currently, and you know, it's a little bit easier to hack that. You can do, you know, it's a bit more open in terms of being able to get emulators running on it. Obviously it was more heavily on the physical game side of it as well, and that kind of thing. But let's I hope she does get some use out of it. I hope it doesn't go the same way as her tablet, which, as you can see, is very dusty and hasn't had much use since she acquired it as a free gift on her phone contract. So that is her tablet, which she used for gaming for a little while. Yeah, so anyway, but you know, the PS Vita is just not something I would have picked up, because you know, I'm happy with things like the DS. I've got the DS here, and I've got things like this what is it called? Easy Flash 4 cartridge. So obviously this is a custom built GBA cart with an SD cartridge in the side of it there, with a shitload of GBA games, and that was sent to me by Martin at Retro Game Tech. Great guy, one of my favourite channels on YouTube. Needs to start making more videos, and I know that's rich coming from me, because I don't make many these days. But Retro Game Tech, Martin, great channel there. He sent me this. So anyway, basically you got the DS, backwards compatible with the previous system, on which you can play all the games of the previous system for free. You know, and it's cool to do that stuff with. So a fairly open system. Really enjoy that. With the Vita, as far as I'm aware, it's not easy, if albeit maybe impossible, to play, you know, a range of PSP games for free. But again, I'm very new to the system. I'm still researching it. I don't know a lot about it. So if anybody can point me in the right direction for, you know, ways to get stuff working on it for free, let me know that, things to do with it. But yeah, we say we get on with the Vita. We shall see. I've already got some of the physical releases on my watch list on eBay, so we'll see, get some cool stuff for it. Right, and now a package from spritesNbytes. This was a trade that we did some time ago, and because it was a while ago, he's threw in a couple of Brucey bonuses. Shouts to Xfile2708, who started that phrase. I think it was him anyway. That's who I remember hearing it from first. But he put some Brucey bonuses in here because it's been a long time, but he really didn't need to do that. Appreciate it, obviously, but here we are. Here is the package from spritesNbytes. I have prepped the top so it's easy to open. So we have some padding, we have a note, and it says on one side, "I love sucking on eggs and onions. Tastes like exciting. Thank you very much." On the other side it says, "To Shenny, I do apologise that this trade has gone on longer than a woman's grudge against a horrible randy man waiting to bang a tree hole. Okay. But I think you will like the contents of my package very much." Nice innuendo there. Nice innuendo. Like it. "If some of these appear as doubles, tough titty. I love you with all of my groin. spritesNbytes. P.S. This is the day I sent it, and that was 25th of July. So thanks very much for that. Right, what have we got in here? Whoa. Right, we have a PS2 game. We have Auto Modelista. It is a racing game. It is a cel shaded racing game. I love the look of it. It kind of looks like a comic racing game. It looks really sweet. Cel shaded racing game. That's going to look well stylish. I look forward to trying that. Cheers very much. I do like racing games. We also have some PSP games. I have one that is got lots of cool super deformed kind of anime characters. Don't quite know what this game is. Can't tell from the front cover or from the back cover. It will be interesting trying to figure out what this game actually is. We shall see. Intriguing. We also have Burnout Legends on a PSP. Love the Burnout games, never played this one. So that's really cool. Thanks very much again, spritesNbytes. Look at this. Right, this is the game that we actually traded, and it's in gorgeous condition. It's Xenosaga 2, Xenosaga Episode 2. There we have a very stylish RPG from a company that has a good pedigree in that genre. Yeah, PS2 is never my preferred platform of that generation, but you just can't ignore it for RPGs, obviously. Lots of exclusives. So, some cool artwork, really good condition. This is a game that I've meant to pick up a few times, but didn't for whatever reason. And it turns out I got it in a trade with Spritesnbytes. And I'm really happy to have that in the collection, so that's awesome. Thanks very much for that. You didn't need to send any extra stuff, that was enough. Really happy to get hold of that. You know, I'm no saint when it comes to sending out stuff on time either. Am I Shock 16? So I know how these things go. Life gets in the way and all the rest of it. It's fine. Doesn't matter. We also have another game for the PS2, and it is Lucifer's Call. Shin Megami Tensei game. Now I do have some games in the Shin Megami Tensei series. I think I might already have this. I'll have to check my PS2 collection. I think I might already have that, but that's an awesome game. And thanks for sending this stuff out. It's really, really cool. You didn't need to do that, but I really appreciate it. That's awesome. So that's the video, yeah. Again, recommendations for Vita games to get, preferably, you know, cheap indie games or things like that. Yeah, I'm looking for some of the hard copy games, but we'll see how we get on with it. I'd love to be able to hack it. I don't think there's a really, you know, a comprehensive hack available for it yet, but we'll see how we get on. And that's it. Yeah, look out for videos in the future from the visit of Adam Koralik. That was a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys in next video.